so much for doing this. The U.S. has a lot of recent experience extracting embassy personnel both in Kabul and in Kyiv. How does this situation differ, or how similar is it to those? And what lessons has the U.S. learned from those experiences that can be applied here if necessary?
Well, I think just my answer to Kristen, I mean, if you might recall, back in a couple of months before the evacuation out of Kabul, the president ordered the pre-positioning of military forces nearby so that they could be ready. And they were. They were actually able to get onto the Karzai International Airport within 48 hours, and within 72 hours basically had control of it. Pre-positioning forces is not a new idea for the U.S. military, so that they can be ready. You want to be as close as you can get so that you can close down that time and space factor. It's a physics problem at that point, so you can be there as quick as possible. So certainly this is an outgrowth of things we've learned over the last year and a half, but it's also not something that the military is not used to doing.
It sounds also like it's an incredibly dangerous environment for anyone to drive around and be outside. Why the decision not to potentially provide military assistance to U.S. citizens who might need to flee Sudan, and only direct that potential help to embassy personnel?
The focus right now is making sure that we've just got, let's not get ahead of where we are. Focus right now is just to pre-position military forces nearby in the region in case they're needed. No decision has been made to evacuate anybody. And what we said early on was that we advised Americans not to travel to Khartoum, not to travel to Sudan, and we made it clear that they should be making their way out of the country. So I don't want to get ahead of where we are. No decision to evacuate anybody now has been made. It's just really about pre-positioning military forces. If and when there's a decision to move towards some sort of military evacuation, then we'll have more to say about that at the time in terms of size, scale, scope, and what we're doing. But right now, the best thing that can happen is for the fighting to stop, for the two sides to lay down the arms, to abide by these ceasefires they keep saying they're committed to, and let humanitarian aid and assistance, food, water, medicine, get to the people of Khartoum who are growing increasingly desperate for it.
Thanks, Kareem.